Hi guys, Colin James Poulter here again, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Right, today I'm going to show you how to replace the Wi-Fi module inside a laptop. The laptop happens to be a Acer Aspire 5349 series. The problem it's developed is that it no longer logs on to the Wi-Fi on a friend's router at their home. So I think it might be this module that's gone. So first port of call is to replace it with a new one and see if that fixes it. If not, then we can spend a little bit more cash on a Wi-Fi dongle. But this is probably the most sensible port of call, is replacing this little puppy. It was only like $5.99 off of eBay. I just typed in the model number of the laptop and the make, obviously, and looked down the list and found the matching Wi-Fi module. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright then, so first of all we need a pair of scissors, and that's Nick, my wife, dropping something. So a little note, if you're going to handle static sensitive components like this, it's in a anti-static bag. Just make sure that you earth yourself first of all. You could either touch a cold water tap, which is ideal. If there's any static in you, that will discharge it. Perfectly safe. It's just going to make sure that when you touch this you don't blow any of the components on there. So we're going to just cut the bag open, pop the module out. There it is. Put that to one side. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to take the battery out. So you want to make sure that this locking tab is unlocked. Then just flip that to the right, thumb under there, disconnect the battery. Okay, basically every screw right the way around that you can see you need to undo. Okay, so that's all the screws removed, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the three shorter ones are the ones that go here, here and here. They're obviously underneath the battery. Put them to one side because they are they're shorter than the other screws, and then we should be able to lift the cover off. Now start from the CD side. Now what you want to do is just lift this up like so, and you want to bring the left hand side up and then push it over that way, because on this side you've got the VGA, HDMI, LAN connector, USB, and you've got the charge socket. So lift it up, and you'll hear a little click, and then work your way down towards the end here, and then with a little bit of persuasion it should just pop off like that. There we go, easy, eh? And if you look carefully here, over this side, here is the Wi-Fi connector, sorry, not Wi-Fi connector, Wi-Fi module. So we just pop that over to there like that, and what you'll find is there's a little aerial lead which is plugged in here, and it's a connector that pushes down. So very carefully just prise that up and it'll just pop off like that. Put that to one side. Get your screwdriver. Now there'll be 1 or 2 screws. There's a screw there. There's only one screw in this one, and there's a screw hole there. So whichever one that's mounted on, that those screws are in, undo. So we'll undo the screw. You'll find that the module will spring up by itself. See that? It's on like a spring connector. So to get that out, just bring it up and just slide it out, and there it is. That is our, hopefully, DUF Wi-Fi module. So put that to one side. Here's a new one. So in reverse, very slight angle. Just push it in like that. Okay. And then as you push it in, push it down. Grab your screw. I'm going to put it on the end of my screwdriver ready. So push it down and then screw that back home like that. Don't do it up too tight, just do it up firm. And then you just get your Wi-Fi aerial lead and locate it over the top of the connector like that. Finger on it and just push down. That's all it needs, and that's connected. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to grab all of those 23 screws, and we're going to put the case back on. Do it in the same way as you in reverse. You know, if you took it off that end up, and just locate where the power connector is, HDMI and the Wi-Fi and the LAN and USB, and with a little bit of wiggling you should be able to get that back on. That is a little bit fiddly on this particular model, but with a little bit of gentle persuasion we should be able to get that located and push it down. Now there's a headphone socket and a microphone socket here. Just be mindful when you try and push the cover down not to squash them, so you might have to bring the cover over a little bit. So the best thing to do is to bring it over to one corner like that, get them located. It's always a little bit of a problem on this model. Like I said, these connectors just don't want to play ball sometimes. It's just lining the case up with the sockets, and then a little bit of gentle persuasion. There we go, they've fallen into place. That's good. And then just go around and make sure that everything's down nice and flat. Just have a little look around the edge just to make sure there's no gaps. Those two connectors, let me show you that. You might better see, there we go. Those two connectors always slightly fall just below the surface of the case, so it's a good idea when you're putting the back on, just make sure that those are poking through their holes, and also that the sides, the case is you know, down nice and flat there, which it is. So that's all good. Just go around and check, make sure there's no gaps, nothing sticking out, then it's all looking nice and flat. And then once you're happy with that, we can then put all the screws back in. I'm going to start off with the screws under the battery cover. That's the small ones here. there we go. Well, as you can see, I've got no screws left, which is a good thing, which means that they're all in here. Right, next thing to do is replace the battery. Obviously make sure your lock's off, and then it's just reverse really. Pop that in like that, and then put the lock back on. All done. Right, now I guess we'll power it up and see if we can get a Wi-Fi connection. Okay, the computer's booted up now after a couple of minutes, and as you can see we've got a box up here connected to a network, which is the Wi-Fi, and then it's just asking me to type in the security key. So yeah, that's great. That's another fix. If the Wi-Fi module didn't work, we obviously wouldn't have this network connection box pop up, and it's a good signal. If the module was okay and there was maybe a fault on the motherboard somewhere, I'm not too sure. The other option obviously is to go for a wireless USB dongle, which is another sort of light workaround. But there you go, that's fixed, so happy days. Anyway, don't forget to hit that subscribe and hit the like button, leave a comment in the comments if you want to, and yeah, thanks for watching.